In this intimate session, I open my heart to the Pashas and explore the often unspoken tensions between love, freedom, and emotional attachment. As I reflect on my personal relationship with Drake, the Pashas help me deconstruct the illusions of possession and expectation, and instead guide me toward a deeper embodiment of love as a state of being. Together, we also touch on sleep cycles, discipline, and daily energetic alignment, all in the service of becoming more truly myself. Good morning, guides, cousins, soul family. I am wondering about sleep cycles and how to navigate around timing alarms and schedules. What perspectives would be useful to me to consider? You feel you do not want to break out of the sleepiness that you feel now, almost like you want to try to hold on to it to better facilitate going back to sleep. So realize you can have a direct conscious effect on this. It's a learning process how to manage these. With consistency, you will find a natural order and rhythm to things. Keep the schedule as you want to have it. Practice each day, and things will fall into place after some time. What would you like to go into today? You are coming into setting up the final details before your departure. Rejoice. An epic vacation is about to begin. Much opportunity for socializing and creativity will unfold. Know this. Embrace this. Embrace the small challenges that are newly presented, like having to maintain this rather more difficult posture right now. But practice of this would indeed be helpful for your body, in addition to other positive shaping exercises. Remember to spend plenty of time relaxing and enjoying also, finding greater comfort, but balancing with those efforts that will be efficacious. An expansion of vocabulary, reading, drawing, perhaps some language practice could be done during the day, outside, in the sun, in nature. We realize the priority these next few days is the organizing of materials you will take with. But getting outside into your giant backyard you will have is, well, it's really the whole point of this journey. Sort through the problems in an easeful way. Feel good about your progress. Although it seems there is a lot to do, it is like a large puzzle where the final pieces fall into place with greatest of ease. And this is a puzzle you have been working on for longer than you realize. The complete picture is almost ready to be seen and admired. Is this the right track for us to be making contact every day? I like it, but I do not wish to be a burden. And why is it that every time I find something I really like, it has to be taken away for me to learn a lesson? Perhaps I shouldn't frame things that way, because it does occur to me that if it is the case, then I must be the one creating it. Wow. Yes, it is up to you to decide. If you wish to continue this every day with regularity, we can indeed have a quick path to a greater familiarity, at least. You feel that it is also the only way that you trust yourself to stay consistent. For waking up at 3:33 to journal is not your desire, rather, it is. We would rather have you say it in your own words. Yes, thank you. I acknowledge that these kind of feelings I need to get comfortable with sharing rather than they be pulled. So, yes, it's not journaling that is enough to get me out of bed at 3:33 a.m. This contact with my extended soul family does. I love and honor this time that I get to spend, quality time, sharing, in intimate connection and conversation. Maybe a sort of therapy? I like the sharing, the socializing, the new perspectives, the growth that I feel. I know that I can and am sharing this with others as appropriate. I do not wish to be a burden. I do feel that this daily contact feels in alignment for me. It is easier to stick to with regularity. If anything, varying the lengths of the contact period would be the appropriate adjustment. We accept this. I'm still feeling the weight of the swings of energy and feeling that I experienced, that I participated in. Alright, so I need to tune in more fully to my feelings on this one. I want to love Drake. It's hard to know what to ask. Can you talk me through a navigation method? Your feelings are indeed heavy. Consider why that is so. Yes, the weight of the feelings. It is a full 3 years into knowing Drake. Over 2 years of us living together. There have been wide swings of feelings in that time and on outlook. Okay, I've identified one problem being outlook. Can you speak to that? Outlook. So by this, you are saying that from what you feel is the current status quo of your relationship, you are broadcasting that out into a future seen status of the relationship, or you are creating expectations, emphasis on expectations. Worse yet, most of the time these expectations don't even match the current reality, essentially dreaming that these various aspects of the relationship will be different or better, instead of simply accepting what is now. There can be work done and agreements made to come to common agreements, or explore ways to improve one's relationship. But this kind of communication and work is done together without any pre-planning manipulation. Well, it may be alright to go into a conversation with what you wish to talk about, but not trying to affect a desired outcome. Perhaps listen to revisit nonviolent communication. So, we've identified outlook and expectations as sticking points. Thank you. Can we go into my saying, I want to love you, to him? Of course, I do want a more loving relationship. I'm not sure about exclusivity. I suppose I would prefer those could be separate concepts. Want to love. Interesting take, isn't it? But when you said that, he did indeed open up. But want is also acknowledging lack. It has been difficult for you to bring up. Consider that you are becoming more direct, to the point with your feelings, finding appropriate ways to share directly what you feel without being harsh, cold, or hostile. It is difficult for us to navigate these feelings. We do wish to help, but this is some heavy work we are doing together. It's okay, but requires greater patience. It is pushing the limits of our vibrational disparity. Yes, I acknowledge. Thank you for your endurance. I want to open up to love. It goes both ways. If we haven't been feeling love for each other, one could say both are to blame. But should it be something that arises naturally? This relationship is not a fairy tale happily ever after story. It is largely a learning experience, a challenge of sorts. So, if I am wanting to open up to love, it's not about Drake. It's not about exclusivity. I'm going out on a limb, but I want to experience, share in, feel, be love. I want to do other things as well, but I want this expression of love to be a significant part of my life. It would be convenient to find a large chunk of this with Drake, but that is not something I wish to rely on. Indeed, I wish to explore love with many people I encounter. I don't want possession or to be possessed. My feeling around the relationship is that we are mates and partners, not a couple, because there will be more to it than that. Also, not so wholly reliant on each other for love. So in a way, perhaps we are meant to, let's say, not feel entirely satisfied with each other. We are meant to learn from each other to gain better compatibility with others that we encounter, or to better navigate feelings, to better navigate love. I am feeling better about that. So, if I were to summarize to myself, love between Drake and I, our relationship is not meant to be easy, but it can be easier if we let go of preconceived notions, expectations, or creating mental desired outcomes. When I told Drake, I want to love you, what I really mean is, I want to be an expression of love. The reality of my desires are, I want to be an expression of love to all. I want to explore feelings with others without fear of judgment or persecution. So, Drake and I are mates, and we will meet others. The way to navigate this is to not be seeking from the sexual side. Seek from the heart, and you shall find. This is a journey you are embarking on of self-discovery and opening up to greater energies, to include higher and more. If you wish to be able to handle and experience these greater energies, don't make them yours. For they are not yours. You are a receiver, an experiencer, a point of conscious awareness in a great unfolding play. All the world's a stage. Continue your conversation with Drake. You want to open up to love. Your schedules will be different. You will want to do different things and in different ways. Allow this to be so. Allow yourself to venture forth alone more and experience, because how else will you find yourself? You and Drake only function well around each other for so long. Then it becomes a crutch, when you could be throwing down the crutch and running, skipping, jumping, instead of keeping yourself in an injured, or dare we say, crippled state. Independence, yes, but more so learning to be yourself and connecting with others. It is more difficult to have an intimate conversation with 3 people, or 4, or any time you add another person. Allow yourselves to venture forth and meet people. You may come together and share experiences as is in alignment to do so, but break free from the habit of waiting on each other to have your desired experiences or expressions. Thank you to the Divine for allowing this conversation to take place. May it step us forward into bringing more love into this world. Blessings, friends. If this episode helped clarify something in your heart, I invite you to reflect and share in the comments. What does love look like for you when it's free of fear, judgment, or expectation? Like, subscribe, and share if you're feeling the frequency. These transmissions are shared for all who are remembering themselves.